Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi,
How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. This is Mike,
I'm Michelle.
and we're the Lovelace family. And Anthony's somewhere around. You never know where he's going to show up. He's quite the jokester last week, coming in his Batman luchador outfit and posting signs up behind our heads. He got us pretty good.
Yeah.
Got us pretty good last week. But hey, happy holidays to everybody. I hope if you had your day off that you was able to remember Martin Luther King in some fashion, either with a cookout or a prayer or whatever how you wanted to celebrate it. But again, yeah, today was a holiday, and Anthony was out of school and I was out of work, but poor Michelle had to work. You know, nurses just, you can't get off, right?
No.
You can't get off. But so we kind of just relaxed around. Me and Anthony played all day, played with Legos, and I kind of messed around down here, messing around with things. And Anthony's already starting to do his jokes thing. He must not be able to tell time very well, but my dad is not wearing pants. Well, he is right about that. So I am not wearing pants. I might be wearing, do sweatpants count as pants? I think they kind of do. Kind of do. Sweatpants count as pants, right?
I think so.
I think they do.
I think so.
All right. So, hey, we got a great show tonight. We got the Real Show BBQ getting ready to come on here in a couple minutes. And we got Fisher Funventures. They're coming on as well. David's coming in from them. Lorelai's got a headache tonight, but David is fun. He's gonna come in here and tell us about his adventures. We got some great shows lined up over the next few weeks. Real excited about Scott Bailey coming on here because I've been a big fan of his for a couple of years. So if you got any barbecue questions, get ready for them, and I'm sure Scott can help you out. He's just very diverse in smoking meat, grilling, flat top cooking. You name it, he's got a ton of experience. Very great channel. The man is just, he's a vet. He believes in the Bible. He's a believer too. So, hey, we got a lot of things in common, right? I mean, he's from North Carolina. The only thing is, I forgot to ask him this. I'll have to ask him, is he a State or East Carolina or Wake Forest or, Duke? I hope he's not a Duke fan, but he may be. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. I know Ronnie Stokes is the Duke fan that usually comes on here. He's a diehard Blue Devil. But yeah, hey, let's go back and look and see who's in the chat so far today. Again, appreciate you guys dropping in and seeing us. So far, it looks like we got Luvy's Fat Life here.
That's us.
Do we count as two people?
Sure, absolutely.
I think we should count as two people.
Yes, absolutely.
So, hey, we got Luvy's here. They put the first 5 posts up. And then we got Miss Brenda here from Nana's Hidden Apron. You guys need to check her channel out, subscribe to it. She's got an awesome channel.
Yes.
Then we got Dan here. Dan, thanks for dropping in and saying hey to us. Dan's talking about before. We got, of course, Fisher Funventures. They're on here as well. We got Ronnie from Life is Good today. He dropped in and said hello to everybody. Who else we got? Jeffrey. I already said that, Jeffrey. Somebody from Facebook. I can't see who that is on Facebook, because if you're watching this on Facebook, unless you click on that top little link at the top, it won't tell your name. So if you're on Facebook and you say hello, just say Maxine from Facebook or Maxine, and then whatever you want to say. But hey, Facebook world, hey, thanks for joining us. Daniel Donnelly, that's my man. He's always cooking and grilling and driving. Are you on the road today, Daniel? I don't know if you're on the road or not. Stay safe, brother. And then we got KY Travelers. We got Tom, of course, said Brenda earlier. And Down Under Cruisers. Hey, this is coming from Down Under, Australia, I believe. They got a great channel. Check them out too, the Down Under Cruisers. Sub to them. And then there's a couple more coming in. We've got Danny from Griswold Family Vacay has came in today. Who else we got here? Everybody's saying hey to each other. That's great to see. Everybody coming in saying hello to everybody. That's cool. Hey, a couple of big things here. Got a couple minutes here before Scott comes on. This was a great week, if you're, especially on the travel end of things. On the food end of things, it was good as well. But on the travel end of things, we had Blaine hit 1,000 last week. 1,000 subscribers. Blaine Rayleigh Creative. We also saw Danny hit 1,000. with Danny Family Vacay, Griswold Family Vacay. I'm sorry about that. I can't speak this late in the day, right? So then we got also Grady on here from Facebook. Thanks you, Grady Evans, for jumping on here as well from Facebook World. But yeah, so we had a couple of creators that hit 1,000.
That's awesome.
And the Fisher family is like a little over 100 away from hitting 1,000 themselves. So
awesome.
Anybody that knows that's a creator, I'll say this throughout the night. If you are a creator, please put hashtag creator in the comments. And then if you're not subbed to that channel, hey, go give them some love tonight. You know, it's tough. You know, you spend all this time creating things. A lot of times you do it for yourself. And you want to put good product out, but you also, you know, you want to have a few people check you out as well. Thanks for everybody in blue on the YouTube. There are moderators tonight. I'll say it like I said last week. Any former boyfriends that come up and start anything tonight, kick them out. You know, that was a long time. It wasn't that long ago, was it?
20 years ago.
20-some years. Well, it was probably about 30 years ago. Yeah. We've been married 17 years. So I'm talking about former, 18, almost 18 years this May. But again, hey, give some love to these creators. Go ahead and sub to their channel. If you can't figure out everybody, hey, just take your phone and take your note app and write down a creator's name on here. And then after the show tonight, go on there and show them some love and subscribe to their channel. So we got some great creators
absolutely
on the cruising and travel side, and then also on the smoking meat side. That's how I found Scott. But again, thank you guys for jumping in here. The moderators will keep things going with conversations. We're going to jump right on in to talking with Scott. So I'm going to turn. I told him ahead of time I was doing this. So we're going to do like we did last week. This will kind of be our little thing. We'll come up with an intro for each of our guests each time they come on here. So if you don't have pictures you want us to put up there, you might want to take them off your social media so we can't grab them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm a stalker on your Facebook and YouTube page. We're going to go ahead and bring Scott in here now. So I'm going to go ahead and play his intro and then bring him on in with us. Hey, Scott. Hey, Mason. How you guys doing?
Hey, guys. How are y'all? Appreciate you.
Man, we are doing great, man. I saw that video clip there again, and it's got me wanting some of my wife's.
Oh, my gosh. It looks so good.
Prime rib. That really looked good, that prime rib. You know, my wife loves prime rib, and it's been a long time since I've had prime rib. We were just talking about this yesterday, how I need to try a prime rib, but that thing looks so good there.
Yes. We haven't eaten dinner, and that just makes us hungry.
It's about time to do another one of those.
That's right. So, hey, the Real Show BBQ, we got Mason here. We got Scott Bailey here. So, Scott, a lot of people here on here tonight, a lot of them look, mostly probably from the traveling and cruising type genre on YouTube. But, hey, I've been a big fan of yours. I kind of said that earlier. Just kind of give us a little bit of background about what your show is and what you guys like to do.
Sure. And I can tell you, I like to travel. We do a lot of camping ourselves. So it's, we kind of incorporate the cooking along with the travel as well. But yeah, I mean, my channel basically started as a dare, really. I'm kind of an introvert, to be honest with you. And people just like my cooking, and they said, hey, just start a new channel. So I started and started and people started watching, and I was getting a lot of great feedback, especially about my accent. Again, across the world, people like that Southern accent, but I guess they trust a cook with a that sounds so country like me. But basically, I started off and just I tell people that I'm just an average guy that likes cooking. I cook inside as well as outside of barbecue and so forth, and I also wanted to try to give back to companies. So I do a lot of reviews. I try to do different grills, different seasonings and barbecue sauces. And to me, it's just me trying to give back to the barbecue community, being very supportive of me, as a veteran, and just a great community of people, no matter where you go, wherever across the country. It's, the people are just really down to earth and will support you any way they can. So it's just kind of giving back. I enjoy it, but it's also kind of giving back to people and helping, showing people, what's out there, what's available, whether it could be very inexpensive or it could be very expensive. It just, different, just different levels.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier. I was watching. I'd seen it before, but I'll watch it again today. Your son Mason there. I think that's awesome to bring in young kids into smoking meat. But on one of your videos, you had a little competition with him, and I think the little guy beat you, didn't he? At the end, I mean, you got him. You started him early.
Yeah, he continues to tell people all the time that he beat his daddy. I think his mom was a little biased, but.
He was kind of looking at her when I noticed whenever she was tasting it, he was like, and then all of a sudden when she said, "Well, I think I like B," and he was like, he started smiling like, yeah. I don't know if she saw that in the corner of her eye or not, but
yes, sir.
So what part of we're from the western part of North Carolina? What part of North Carolina are you from?
Eastern North Carolina. We're about maybe an hour and a half from the coast, about an hour from Raleigh, near Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. If you're familiar with that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got family on the eastern part of the state. So a lot of people may not know this. There may be people here from the state of North Carolina here, but that's kind of a little thing in North Carolina. People don't really realize that kind of barbecue battle between east of Raleigh is more vinegar based and pepper, and then the western is adding the ketchup to it. But
right,
you live on the east coast of North Carolina. I live towards the west, and I have a lot of family on the east coast down towards Dublin County and Tar Heel and White Lake and that area. But what, from your point of view, from the eastern part of the state, what is it? Is it a big rivalry just as much as it is, Carolina Duke in basketball or something?
Yeah, it can be. I mean, some people are the extreme, but I mean, I like it all. I'll be honest with you. Eastern North Carolina and Western North Carolina, the only difference, like you say, is just ketchup. It's basically the same ingredients, and I enjoy both. I like barbecue all around the country. I've Texas, Tennessee usually has some really good sauces. I've actually got a couple of sauces myself, which is a Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce, and then I also have a sweet Memphis that is really popular. And because it's to do an authentic Eastern North Carolina sauce, there's only specific ways you can do it. So when they can get something a little bit different around here, they eat it up. So I'm trying to get that eventually on the market. A couple sauces, and I got a rub that people really like. So maybe in the near future, when I have a little bit more time to promote it, when this little guy right here gets a little older. And,
I looked at that myself because I've got a sauce that I ended up publishing how to make it. But when I looked into publishing it, you had to make so many gallons, and by the time you figure out the cost on it, people were like, well, you're going to get rich off of it. And the profit off of it was not very much. And a lot of times the grocery stores, you had to stock it yourself.
Right.
Or sell it on consignment. But everybody's looking for that great sauce, that great rub. And I'm sure you got an excellent sauce and rub. I'm going to try it out. Now, are you Scott, are you sponsored by anybody? Do you do this full time, or do you work somewhere else and do YouTube on the side, or how does that work with you in the Real Show BBQ?
Yeah, YouTube is part-time. I have a full-time job. I wish I could go full-time. That would be great. I need to be a lot larger than what I am. I actually, my channel grew pretty quick, and then I had some health issues, and then just life in general, kind of made me slow down a bit, and I'm trying to get back into it. with a little bit more to cooking videos. I just went through I had basically 10 episodes featuring like the best pizzas across the country. And they did, just so, but it was just an idea I had because I love pizza and I know that restaurants are struggling across the country. So I reached out to some of these restaurants that are now offering to ship their pizzas across the country frozen. And so I did a few episodes on that just to kind of help them out and show what's out there. And eventually, those views will get there, but at least we are getting the word out and just try. I mean, it's just, again, I like to help people. People help me all the time. And I like to give back as much as I can. So, as far as, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Somebody come on here and just ask, and we got Big Joe and Malia in here. Good deal. Hopefully they'll come on here in the future as well. What all type of equipment or smokers do you have? I've seen a lot of your videos. Some people on here may not have seen the type of smokers you have, but you're pretty diverse. Can you tell us a little bit about the smokers you do have?
Yes, I can tell you. I have a couple of, I have a few different sponsors right now. Char Griller is one of them. Traeger is one. And then a Mojo Bricks, which is basically compressed wood that you can use for smoking instead of having to have large logs or chunks. And they have basically tons of different flavors that you can choose from. If you watch my channel, I promote them a lot. So, but I use different ones. Again, it's just to help, help them and then show people the varieties that they can use. Traeger's is a pellet grill. I've got several of the Char Grillers. I have the Char Griller Acorn. I've got the flat tops, which are great. People have always heard of Blackstone, but Char Griller has some great products. And the prices are really good for just the average person. But their support is great. The quality is great. Also, one that I really love is pit barrel cookers. And if you're new to barbecuing or smoking, get you a pit barrel cooker. It's really set it and forget it. And again, I know those Noah and his wife, and super great people. He's also a Navy vet as well. But as big as they are and shipping around the country, they're always there to help you. So
now, where are they from, Scott?
Louisville, Kentucky. Oh,
another Kentucky. We got Tom and Brenda on here. They're from Kentucky, so we know they're good folks up in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, and I'm gonna just throw this question out there and let you answer it. But somebody had asked about, hey, how can I get that big smoke ring? So in your expertise, I know that everybody wants that perfect smoke ring. Even though I've heard it really doesn't affect the taste, it looks really good though.
Yeah.
In your opinion, from your expertise and all the cooks you've done, how do you what in your opinion? I know there's a scientific method to this, but in your opinion, what makes a really good smoke ring?
Well, there's a debate out there whether you should do low and slow or hot and fast. I did the low and slow, and now I'm just too old to worry about it. So, I did low and slow, so now I'm just too old, and I want to do hot and fast. So, the main thing is when you're smoking, just keep in mind that after about a couple of hours, the meat's not going to take any more smoke. Mm-hmm. So that's where you want to make sure you're getting good smoke. You just leave it uncovered wherever you're cooking, and then after 2 hours you'll wrap it or whatever. But it's just really, it takes time. It's something that's learned. It's not it's a lifestyle, is what I say. I've been doing it since I was a little bitty. I grew up, when we had pig pickings, and it was something that was going on every weekend. Things have definitely evolved since then, but it's just take your time, get used to it. Watch plenty of videos like I have, and watch my videos. But like I said, really, it's the first couple of hours to get that nice smoke ring in there, and sometimes it also depends on what type of wood you use. Can also, I have seen that affected as well. I don't use any strong woods. I prefer mild woods. Every once in a while I'll use hickory. My go-to really is oak when I'm cooking with milder apple or so forth like that, cherry. I'll use that for some pork sometime, and I'll use it especially for chicken and also for fish. And I've cooked pies. I've cooked pies on my Traeger as well, and I use, of course, again, a mild wood like an apple wood, something that's really not going to. If anything, just keep in mind when the meat is wet, that's when it's really going to soak up the flavor, the smoke. So anything that's really moist is going to attract that smoke, and I just don't like a strong smoke flavor.
Yeah, see, that's a different profile then, because I kind of do, and that's the great thing about barbecue. Even
right.
within the state here and East and West, and then you got Virginia and South Carolina, and Georgia, and Tennessee, and Texas. I mean, throughout the whole U.S., different type, different flavor profiles. I know Texas is big on post oak.
Yeah.
Next week we got a gentleman coming in from North Central Texas that owns his own catering business, and he's going to talk about Texas style barbecue. I'm kind of in the same boat with you, though. Here in the west part of the state, we use a lot of hickory, of course, and then we add a lot of cherry to it as well.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of chicken using apple.
Yeah.
With anything that's chicken. Now, I've got a Rectech and you got a Traeger, so we got a little bit of but I'm sure I paid a lot for mine. I don't know if you may have got yours, if they're a sponsor of yours.
Yeah.
But the Traeger, I mean, a lot of people talk, and this is kind of a controversy. I got a huge $6,000 smoker I've got that I've had custom made.
Right.
That does an excellent job, and a lot of people ask me, well, it's kind of like the barbecue snobs of, oh, it's got to be real wood, it's got to be charcoal. When I bought, I'm working a lot of hours now, so when I bought my Rectech pellet grill, I researched it. It was down to a Traeger and a Rectech, and I ended up getting the Rectech. But I was really impressed with the flavor profile on the pellet grills, and now they're popping up everywhere at Walmarts and Lowe's.
Yeah.
Some of the Traeger, the Hires-In, you got to order them. But tell us a little bit about that on your Traeger, and what kind of pellets you're using with that.
Yeah, again, it really just depends on what I'm cooking. Variety, and Traeger has a huge amount of different types of pellets that you can use. I mean, they're flavored. They even have one that's specifically for turkey. It's got herbs inside the pellets. I love. Yeah, we get a bad rap by using pellet grills. I use everything. I don't. I'm not much of a gas guy. I do have one that's gas. Actually, if you've ever heard, it's the Flavor Pro by Trawgriller. It's actually kind of it has 4 burners, but then it has trays you can pull out and put charcoal and chips in there, so you can actually turn the gas off. But I'm old school, so I was raised wood and charcoal is that we did it like the way we did it back in the day. But as far as a pellet grill, I mean, they're using competitions now. I mean, they get a bad rap, but they get the job done. And again, it's another thing, especially as, again, they've evolved as well, as you said it and you can forget it. I mean, really, everything is a lot of these now are Wi-Fi. So I cooked some pork butts, around the Christmas holidays to different parties, and I set it out there and came inside and slept, and I didn't have to worry about it, so they get a bad rap, but Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the same way, because I mean, on my wood, my stick burn, I sold my reverse flow smoker. I had a 30x70 Shirley Fabrication reverse flow smoker. I sold it, and I had a custom vertical smoker built with the Santa Maria on the front end of it. And the one thing that I tell a lot of people is, with don't get me wrong, I do like that wood taste maybe just a tad better. And I tell them, if smoking wood if using wood is a 10, my pellet grill is right about an 8.
Yeah.
It's not far behind.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I found out on my Rectech that I can do, and I'm not saying do this on a Traeger or anything else, is I can buy the wood chunks, the big thick wood chunks, and there's a baffle plate, a heat deflector there. and I can take those wood chips, whatever flavor profile I wanted to, and set them on top of that. And that adds a little extra smoke to the pellet grill. So I'm really happy with my Rectech. And I'm sure the Traeger's got a great name.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Another thing is and you may already know about this, but people who don't, and then people that insist on using gas grills or even anything that's electric, there's things called smoke tubes. You can buy them off Amazon cheap, $11, $14. You take those pellets and put it in there and light it and just let it go. So I put that onto a friend of mine who uses gas, and now he says I can get my smoke flavor simple. Like I said, just pack it in there, light it, and you can do the same thing to get that extra smoke. If you want extra smoke in your pellet grill, is to get one of those tubes.
I've heard that with those, it's better to use pellets versus the wood chips. Yeah. Is that true? Have you tried that? I've never tried that before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I use it. And in fact, there's a video that I did where I converted a charcoal pig cooker to gas, and I cooked some pork butts on there, and I put a couple of those smoke tubes inside there. So they're really great. Again, very inexpensive, and if you want to use gas, because it's very efficient and you can keep the temps very good versus using a stick burner or something like that. I highly recommend them because you can get that. You can get any kind of any type of flavor you want: hickory, mesquite, which I'm not a mesquite guy. That's very strong to me, but anything like that. I mean, it's just the choices are endless, which you can use with that pellet. I forgot already. The pellet tubes are great.
So somebody asked this question. I got to ask you. So who's your favorite college football team or basketball team?
ECU. I mean, I'm right here. Not too far from.
I'm so glad. I'd much rather you had said that than Duke. So I'm
definitely not a Duke guy. I grew up playing baseball and football, and to be honest with you, I never really watched it much on TV. It's kind of strange because I wanted to be a professional baseball player, and I just never watched it much, and I still don't. I have my views on what's going on now. We won't get into that, but right. Duke's definitely not my team. Carolina, I guess you could say. ECU is middle of the road. ECU right. is, if you like, everybody likes ECU as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. We got friends of ours. We go there and watch games, when we can, and we just love it. So
we got somebody on here from Western Carolina, the Catamounts. So I actually got a letter from them recruiting in football. So I like Western Carolina too. Plus Brad Hoover, I think went there, that went to my high school, Letford, and ended up going to Western Carolina and played for the Panthers. But so we're already up to 7:30 here, Scott. Couple of things I just want to point out, and I'll let you kind of have the final words here. Definitely need to check his channel out, the Real Show BBQ. Subscribe. All the links to his social media are in the description of this YouTube channel. And also he's got some really killer videos. You go old school. You talked about it earlier, and I saw that's got like 180,000 hits on how he shows how to build an old timey cinder block pit. Yeah. That was just incredible. But you've got some really killer videos out there. I appreciate anything you want to say to those watching right now, about your channel or anything?
First and foremost, I appreciate every one of you being here. I love every one of my subscribers. They mean a great deal to us. I don't just say that just to get you on there, but it's special to me. And coming soon, like I said, we just got through doing episodes on pizzas, smoking them on the Traeger. But I'm getting back into the cooking. Got some good stuff coming up. I've got a Lone Star, a new smoker from Lone Star coming.
Oh yeah,
it's a custom built, so be on the lookout for that. And I like to interact with my people, with my subscribers, and my friends is what I call them. So hey, if you're on there, if you want to ask a question or you make a comment, it's going to be me. It's not a bot. It's not going to be somebody else doing it for me. It's definitely me. It's going to be commenting back to you. So feel free to contact me, you can send me on Facebook. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can also send me email message, and I will definitely get back with you. Cool.
Hey, Mason, you want to say anything at the end tonight? You want to say anything?
You want to say what do you say? What do you usually say at the end of our videos? Come on. Come on. Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Scott, God bless you, brother. You have a great evening. Thank you so much. And let's do this again sometime. I mean, we could really dive into some deeper stuff. This thing was really people getting to learn about your channel. And hopefully it sounds like a couple of people's already subscribed tonight. And hopefully they will watch in the replay as well. But you guys have a great evening. Thanks for dropping by. And we're going to definitely catch you later on. Thank you.
Anytime, man. God bless y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Man, that was awesome.
Oh my gosh, that food looks so good.
Yeah, I mean, Scott has got an awesome channel. I mean, if you're from North Carolina or even not from North Carolina, he's got such a diverse style of cooking. Now there will be people that hey, I believe in wood only, and I get that. But I've started venturing out to other things as well. But he's got flat top griddles, Blackstones. I mean, he's got everything. Got the acorn. He's a really good cook, and I would definitely sub to his channel. And he's got like 16 or 17,000 followers. So
that's awesome.
He's got a great channel.
We need to watch the ones on the pizza. That sounds so good.
Yeah. The pizza series he did, man, the pizzas were like super crispy. So they were really cool. You could hear it crunching as he went down and cut the pizza up. But hey, our next guest is back here in the green room and ready to come on. I'm a few minutes late because I was talking too much. But it's hard to believe I was talking too much. Hey, has anybody guessed what's in our cups here? We've got Miss Anne Marie just popped in. How you doing? You never know. It could be water. It could be rum chata like last week. It could be green tea.
Not rum chata, though.
You never know. But again, I'm gonna play this little thing here for Mr. David Fisher, and then we're going to bring him on. So questions for Mr. Fisher's coming up. So get them ready, guys. Hey, what's going on, David?
Hey, everybody. Right? Wow, you pulled some old pictures out.
Hey, I tell you, that's what I said. If you're going to be a guest on here, you're open yourself to your social media, and I'm going to grab some old pictures and have fun with it. And I could not find, David, you would not believe how long I spent trying to find a Jimmy Buffett sounding song, and that one really doesn't sound a lot like Jimmy Buffett. But
you know what? It's island theme. I'm good with it. So.
So how are you doing tonight? You doing okay?
Doing fantastic. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. So, hey, I was looking at your channel, which I look at it all the time.
As you should. And I'm just kidding.
We love your channel. We love Bazzy. We love G. We like Lorelei. We love the whole. We love you too, David. But what I really saw was, man, you are really getting close to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, we are.
You were over 850 some, I believe. So you're probably 860 now. So you're less than 150 away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. So
we're
congratulations. And
that's awesome.
Anybody on here that's not subscribed to Fisher Funventures, please do so. I've got the link in here. We'll pop it up when I see it come up again. Hit that go ahead and just hit it right in here. I mean, while you're talking to us, you can go ahead and sub to the channel. But they are such a fun family to watch, are they not?
Absolutely.
Man. Hey, David, just take it away from us. Tell us a little bit about your channel, and then we'll get into maybe some questions people may ask about on the chat here.
Well, we started like a lot of people do, just to have our families and friends that live everywhere else be able to see what we do, instead of, sending them a picture here and there through the mail, or when everybody comes for Christmas, let's put it up on the big screen. And then it just started to grow. We started doing it. Just started out going to just do cruising. And we're like, no, you know what? Let's show everything we do. Theme parks, Comic-Cons. We went to when the Popeyes craze versus Chick-fil-A was big. We did.
Yeah, I remember that.
We went back and forth with that. Yeah, Popeyes is actually better. And I love Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying that Popeyes with the one chicken, just their one chicken sandwich was better.
I agree. It's really good.
So yeah, let's change the background right while we're in the live, right? Hey, let's see if we can do this. Hey, let's go. Which one do you want to go with, Michelle?
Oh, I love that blue-green water. That's
You like that blue-green water? Oh, you like that one? Okay, that was Grand Turk. Okay, so David, I know we haven't cruised in a while. So
sadly.
Sadly, none of us have. But I saw some too that you had from Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area. I think you was going on a family vacation, and you went through that area for a couple of days. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
It was actually a sad moment while we had to go up there because my mom had passed. So we were
sorry.
Something like that. But then it that turned into something awesome and fun, because the ticket prices just for me to fly up to Arkansas, where the funeral was $500 for one way. And I'm like, no. We had the time off anyway, because we were supposed to take a cruise around that time. So it worked out perfect. I'm like, you know what? Let's just pack up and we'll go to Gatlinburg for a couple of days before we go over there. I used to go there when I was a kid. They have never been, so it was awesome to see it through their eyes for the first time, and just had a great time. And we only scratched the surface, so we were definitely going back. Yeah,
you went up to the one with you actually went to two places that had the ski loft, but is it Ogelberg? What is it?
Ober Gatlinburg?
Yes.
Yeah,
that looked really fun.
That
and
was
then
fantastic.
y'all rode the
Alpine slide.
Yeah, Alpine slide. That's it. Yeah, thanks for getting it out of my mouth.
That I used to go when I was a kid. That new one, the roller coaster, they call it the Alpine Coaster, was brand new, so I hadn't been on that, so it was cool to run that. That thing was fast.
Wow. So on some of your cruising videos, now you guys, probably about how many cruises have you guys been on?
Me, I've been on maybe 8 to 10. She used to go a lot because she would do, we do our anniversary cruise, maybe a family cruise, and then she would go sometimes 2 or 3 with girl cruises. So she's been on a lot more than I have. So
yeah, So as a family, if you had to go back and choose, a couple locations that, like you said, hey man, our family really enjoyed this port or this place on a cruise, what would that place be, or those places be?
Grand Turk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Grand Turk, because there's so much fun to do. We like to go on excursions that are off, that we don't plan. One of the best things we did was in Costa Maya. It was after their hurricanes hit, and we just rented a golf cart and rode around the island and had some of the best times ever.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, one of our favorites, yes, that's a word, excursions is Lorelai did Dominican Republic, the Outback adventure. That you got to a place where it's almost poverty level, but it was a farm where they make fresh cocoa. They made hot chocolate, which they had inside their cooker. Goes back to cooking again, but they use orange tree branches, leave it in there. The longer it's in there, the better flavor comes in the chocolate. And yeah, I was like, really? Okay, let's try it. And it was like best hot chocolate that we've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, got to see it at school.
That was Amber Cove, right?
Yeah, Amber Cove. Yep.
Yeah, we went to Amber Cove. We loved Amber Cove as well, but we just stayed in the pool.
Yeah, we didn't make it very far.
And then we went up to the sky. They had like a sky bar, sky outlook area we went to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen that when you kind of got on the bus, right? And they took you like on the bus around.
Yes, it was probably about 6 to 7 hours total, the whole thing. And,
oh wow!
If you watch it, you'll see a beach, and it was really like it was a secluded beach. You look to the right or left, look to the right. There was nothing. The only thing to the left and the right were the cones that we couldn't go past. Other than that, there was no buildings, no nothing. You didn't see a dock. It was like being on an episode of Lost. It was really, really cool.
Any other places, Grand Turk, and you said Amber Cove, anywhere else that really stuck out to you? I personally love your Half Moon Cave videos because that's been on my bucket list.
We definitely want to go.
Yeah, I've seen those, and those are they look so. I probably watched them 4 or 5 times.
Half Moon Cave has got the prettiest beach I think of any place we've ever been, and we love all beaches, but the sand is soft. There's just the way they have it set up. There's no really waves except just enough if you're floating just to kind of, and you're constantly looking out. And you just see the ship. It's an amazing place, and a lot of people just do the beach, but there's so much to explore on the inside. We did an excursion which started on the inside of the island on jet skis. That the guy said, "Follow us in my wake," because they knew where the coral reefs were. So we followed them around, stopped on the sandbar. I swear, starfish this big. We got to see them, yeah. And it was an amazing. Then he turns the corner, I'm like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? And he actually goes, all right, just go for it. And we opened it up on the open water, and just, wow. It was so much fun.
Wow. So now I know Amber Cove, that is a Carnival port, and then Half Moon Cave is a Carnival island, right? Mm-hmm. Have you done any excursions as a family that were not part of the actual cruise line that you really enjoyed? Have you done any of those?
Nothing that we booked outside. Like I said, sometimes we'll just find one and we'll jump on board. We did a train around Cozumel. It was a little gas-powered Jeep kind of thing, but it looked like a train. And we got to stop at a church. Went to this old church. It was beautiful. There was singing going on. We thought it was speakers first, and then you look over and they were actually, doing hymns and everything like that. Yeah. And those are some of the best ones ever. A little scary to make sure you get back to the port on time, but we've had some of the best times. Just walking out, said, no, I don't want to do that one. Let's do this one. Let's go.
So now I also believe you've mentioned in the past that you worked for Disney.
Yes, I worked for Disney for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow. So can you give us a little bit of background on, working for Disney and how, with the pandemic and everything that was affected with that, how, are you back working full time now, or is it like a part-time thing, or how are parks doing? Give us a little bit of information on that, because we may have some people that want to head down to Disney.
The Disney parks themselves are a lot more packed than people really think they are. Just because so many people just are finally I need to get out. I need to do something. But if you do go, everybody has to wear a mask. Disney won't even let you wear the gaiters that come up. It's got to be a specific mask. It's got to be double plate or 2-ply and all that stuff. They do have designated areas where you can take your mask down and take a break. Not including the food locations, but actual places where you can sit down and just like, whew, I can't breathe, especially when we start coming into the summer where it's just unbelievably hot down here. But everything's sprayed. They're constantly spraying things down, even if it's not. It's a kind of spray that does disinfect, but it dissolves like that. So it almost looks like a mist, and they'll spray everything down, ride vehicles and things like that. So sometimes you're. Are they doing that during the park hours? Or are they doing it mostly afterwards, or they're just going through doing it throughout the whole day? There's throughout the whole day. There's certain times, certain amount of, I would say, ride cycles. They'll stop and they'll do it. So your wait may be longer, just to know that, for certain rides, just because they are cleaning the ride. There's nothing. Sometimes the park can be dead. It could be a slow day, but the lines will still be, half hour, 45 minutes because they're taking time to clean the rides.
Right. I saw, I think, a video that Jonathan Bailey had just got back from
Universal.
Disney, and he was walking through the park, and I think he mentioned, he's like, some people in here are not social distancing, but I mean, there's not so much Disney can do about that. I mean, that's another whole topic, and that can get into political thoughts as well on that. But it sounds like Disney themselves is doing a pretty good job of making sure they spray things down.
Yes.
People are not wearing the gator mask; they have to wear a regular mask. Now, has that caused the cost of Disney to be lower? Is it the same? Is it higher? Or what are you hearing as for people getting in?
The same. Yeah,
Same
they haven't really adjusted prices because unlike some other theme parks in the area, Disney opened everything when they opened.
Okay.
Some of the other parks may have a couple food locations not open or a couple retail locations not open, but Disney pretty much opened everything.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
cool they opened it up. If anybody's got a question on here for David and Fisher's Funventures, please go ahead and pop it on here and we'll ask David. So any fun stories you can tell us about, meeting anybody? I know you've worked there 20 years. I've heard some of them before, but any that you can share with us on over those 20 years that, good or bad?
I worked in entertainment costuming for almost 20 years, dressing shows and parades and things like that. We did the grand opening for Test Track at Epcot, and Richard Petty was there. The Spinners were there, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they wanted somebody from a wardrobe standpoint to be there for the Spinners or Earth, Wind, and Fire to help them out if they needed to before showtime. Spinners pull up in their limo, and I don't know if you ever seen it, full on, their sequin jackets were already on. They were on stage, and they were done. Earth, Wind, and Fire had played in the park, and they came into our trailer, but they brought their own wardrobe person. I just gave them like an ironing board to iron and stuff, but hung out with those guys. They're some of the coolest guys ever. Their rep came in and said, "All right, we got to go to the stage. Come on, let's go." And I'm like, "All right, guys, have a good show." And they're like, "You're not coming with us?" I said, "Yeah, it's a media event. We're not really supposed to be out there." And they all looked at each other, looked back at me and said, "Oh no, you're coming with us."
Oh, really? Cool.
I had to call my boss and say, "So Earth, Wind, and Fire tells me I have to go on stage with them." So I got to watch an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert from the wing. So
that is awesome. Now, you've said good things. Now, is there was anybody kind of excuse my language, a butthead or something, and or anybody that you can mention? I mean, I kind of put you out there by saying that.
You can't tell.
There's a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. You get your good ones.
Yeah, you're working for Disney. I kind of put you on the spot there, didn't in case somebody was, you know what? Our David said that.
So
David, anything in kind of wrapping this all up here, anything that you want to tell everybody? I know you kind of told us a little bit about your channel. What have you guys got coming up? Any vacations planned? Of course,
I'd like to say maybe next time I can get booked as a food guy because I've got a grill out there, and I love cooking with blue rhino propane. So good.
Yeah. Well, he told you to buy that smoke tube to have that smoke taste to it. So that's all you need now, right?
Oh yeah. On our channel, we've got second part of our Cocoa Beach trip that we did. It's coming up soon. I just finished that today. Couple Lego builds that we love doing the Lego builds. Those are fun. And we just went to Gatorland this past weekend since Lorelai had never been, the kids had never been, and I haven't been since middle school. So that was cool. So we'll have those couple videos coming up soon as well for that.
Do y'all have any cruises booked?
No, we were going to. Again, we took the money for the first one that was October for the whole visit to Arkansas. But everything keeps getting canceled, and it's not worth the hassle and tying the money up till it actually happens. Now, as soon as they say, let's do it, we're going to be on the first 3 day if we have to, just to get out there.
Right. Yeah, down the road, we hope to someday be on a cruise with you guys because I know Bazzy and Anthony are about the same age. How old's Bazzy?
9.
9. So Anthony's 10. So he just turned 10. So they're about the same age. And they would have a blast together. And I know you and Laura are a lot of fun. We're kind of sticks in the mud, compared to you guys. You guys are always having a great time, and it definitely would be a fun time if we were ever on a cruise.
Spontaneous and fun, and we're old and not.
We're old and boring.
We bring it out. We bring it out of you. That's all. Just for a day, and you'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. You'd have to pull it out, but it's in there somewhere. Hey, David, I can't thank you enough again for coming by and spending time with us. We'd love to do this again and dive deeper into some of your vacations. One thing I can say, and I wanted to end on this, was back when Blaine set up a lot of the cruise, the cruise-a-thons that went on. I really, really enjoyed how you guys did your cruise-a-thons, where you would actually show video and nothing against people that didn't show videos or anything else, but it was a lot of letting the people in the chat talk to each other while you actually went. It was like we went on a vacation with you, and I really enjoyed that. So, if they ever put one of those together again and you guys are on it, keep doing that because we really enjoyed that part of your show.
That's the way I like to film, is through my eyes. You may hear me talking, but, just looking at me going, oh, over there, that's cool. Oh, you guys should see that. That's neat. And never turning the camera around.
Right. I personally would rather be behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. I'm trying to do that more, to be in front of the camera, because most of the time our videos, I'm trying to explain to people how to do something, and to be in front of the camera, you kind of feels like you're hogging the show or something. So I'm trying to learn more to do that, because a lot of creators will say, hey, your face needs to be out there so people know who you are and they connect better. But I'm trying to learn that. I'd rather be behind the camera though. All right, David, we appreciate it, buddy. You have a great night. Tell the family we said hey, and you have a good one, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Man, what a fun family, right?
They are
so fun. The Amber Cove was so awesome. And then
they're so adventurous.
Yes, I think in Half Moon Cay, you saw Lorelei singing in the church, and that was really cool. When they went into the little church on that island, you remember, and she started singing. And she's got a great voice. If you've never heard her sing, you got to check some of those videos out. And she puts stuff on Facebook too. She's a really great singer. But so we're down to the last 5 minutes, and last week was a dud. Anthony gave me a, what was it called? Something. What was it called?
I can't remember. It's a warhead.
Warhead, and it was blueberry, and it was not very sour at all. It was actually kind of lame. I don't know if it was just a bad warhead or what, but it wasn't. It didn't do anything for me. But supposedly Michelle and Anthony have tried another one. They had two of them in a box.
This one is sour.
And I think she opened one of them up and barely stuck her tongue on it and about died.
So bad.
We're going to try this the last couple minutes of this. I'm going to stick this in my mouth. Does anybody guess what's in our cup?
I saw Coke Zero somewhere. What else did I see? Nothing that
somebody said water, I think. I think somebody said water.
You're right. But no one has guessed it. So
we're going to be the fuddy duds again. Michelle, what do you have in your cup tonight?
Diet Cheerwine.
She's got Cheerwine, which I think that's a North Carolina product, right?
Oh, definitely.
I think so. Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Definitely.
And I'm kind of being boring tonight again. I got ginger ale, so diet ginger ale. So you never know. It could be North Wilkesboro moonshine. It could be a beer. It could be a mixed drink. It could be rum chata. It could be diet Cheerwine. It could be diet ginger ale. You never know with us. But so we're going to try this out. We got 3 minutes left. So
this one is watermelon. Watermelon. It's going to be so funny.
All right. So I'm going to try this watermelon warhead out. Let's see how bad this is. Oh my God.
You can't spit it out. You cannot spit it out.
Oh. That is definitely worse. Oh.
You can't spit it out.
That is definitely. I'm salivating. I'm not trying not to swallow the. My mouth is watering so bad. I'm trying not to spit it out.
Just crunch it.
I had to swallow it.
You swallowed it?
No, I just swallowed the mouthful of saliva I had. It tastes so bad.
Just crunch it up.
Oh my gosh.
Crunch it.
I can't. I'm not about to do that. That is so bad.
All right.
What is that?
It's watermelon.
It's a watermelon. Oh, it's so bad.
Here.
I'm a ninny. I am. I really am.
Yeah.
But it's a extreme sour.
He's a wimp.
It's a warhead. I think the outer layer is done now. So now it's not so bad. But I am going to try this. Finish that off, and I'm spitting it out. I'm sorry. It is really bad.
He's a wimp.
Sorry about that. Hey, again, thank you guys for coming tonight.
Thank y'all.
This is our second show. We got some really big shows lined up coming up down the road. Next week, I think I mentioned it earlier. We got NC Texas. That's Don coming on to talk about Don's barbecue in North Central Texas and talk about a little bit of Texas barbecuing.
That's going to be exciting.
That is going to be fun because I love to cook my briskets, and I'll say it's Texas style. We'll find out what real Texas barbecue is all about. And then we got Matt and Kimbra from Fantastic Studios and Fantastic Cruising Community. They're going to come on, and we'll talk about their channel and some of their experiences. They work at the I think it's the Tampa Aquarium.
I think so.
So we got Fantastic Cruising, Fantastic Studios / NC Texas, North Central Texas coming on next week. Down the road, we got a lot of channels already booked up through February. So try not to spill the beans too early on who's coming up down the road. If you're a creator, again, put #creator and subscribe to somebody's channel. If you're interested in come on our show on the food end or on the travel end, please message me behind the scenes. And I've got a calendar up for 3 or 4 months now, and I'm trying to book people. And we'll get you on the show. We want to promote the smaller channels along the way.
And we just want to spend some time with y'all.
Yes, have a good time, and talk about food and travel.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No. So again, thank you guys. And one thing I want to say at the end here, is just be the light. I always say that at the end. I'm going to say that at the end of the videos. Be the light. It's a dark world. I saw some people really upset about their teams losing yesterday. But this week we got some political things happening. Just be the light in this dark world. And man, it's not worth all that. Just enjoy life and have a good time. I'm going to say it like Ronnie says it, his life is good today. Just have a great time. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.